James, it's been a few years being in the industry. You've gone from working in the Navy to chemicals to starting your own business to consulting first for one of the biggest companies in the world as well. Over the past few years, what have you seen change over time? What have you seen evolve in asset management and reliability space over the past few years and decades?
Sure. Well, knowledge is one thing that has evolved. When I started my career, like I graduated in 1977. I suspect it's before you were born, and RCM was just being invented in those days. We've gone from things being built big and beefy and being fixed when they break to very sophisticated approaches to forecasting what can go wrong and what to do about them to avoid the consequences of those failures. Use of technology in industry and in maintenance has been substantial change over the years. Needless to say, I started programming computers with punch cards, and the internet started 2 years after I left university, and computerized maintenance management systems came along somewhere during that career. I remember when I was at SO Chemicals, we had a homegrown maintenance management system, and the refinery next door to us had a manual-based system on Cardex and Rolodex type systems. So there's been big changes in technology. Today, you go from managing, with your computer, a small shop, all the way up to an entire corporation. Asset management has changed. The perspective on what we're managing, went from looking after equipment and some technologies used in its maintenance to looking after whole plants, deploying this technology, and then doing it across multiple sites in corporations around the world in multiple languages. So I've seen that growth happening. Companies didn't used to focus as broadly as they do now. And the whole focus of asset management's become standardized. Asset management, when I got started, was a financial term. Today, it's got a number of different meanings, and we actually have an international standard that's been out for several years describing what asset management practices ought to be. So there's been changes in almost every aspect of it. And I think the knowledge level that people have has changed. At one point we relied heavily on people's experience on specific pieces of equipment. Today, a lot of those folks, frankly, my vintage and older, have retired and no longer are there to depend upon. So people are more dependent on technology today, both in detecting failures when they're occurring and in managing the workflow that happens as a result of the notifications that occur when they do find a problem. So again, lots and lots of change.
All right.
The industry's nothing like it was when I started out.
No more punch cards, huh?
Nope.